Ready or not. Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a Revolting review. So I thought, before I go into the sequel, I thought I'd revisit the first movie. So yeah, I'm reviewing Ready or Not from 2019. That is written by Guy Busick or Christopher Murphy, directed by Matt Benedetto or something, Open and Tyler Gillett. Starring Samara Weaving, Adam Brody, Mark O'Brien, Elsley Levinstein or something, Nikki Kubang or whatever, Henry Creserney, and Andy McDowell. So this is a supernatural horror comedy, or a horror comedy, where a bride's wedding night takes a sinister turn when her eccentric in-laws force her to take part in a terrifying game of hide and seek, all to worship the devil, because if they don't perform this ritual before dawn, then they will die. So we see the character of Grace, played by Samara Weaving, go through this hell ball. At first she thinks it's just a harmless game of hide and seek and is her way of being welcomed into the family. But then, of course, when she finds out her new husband's family is playing hide and seek, a game where the sacrifice is required, she is hunted down and just has a hellish time getting through it all. And of course, she does survive, she makes it to the end, and the family think this whole thing is bullshit when they find out nothing happens. Until it does. They explode. And just as her newly wedded husband decides he cares for his family even more and decides to sacrifice her, however, he soon goes begging back for her, but she's like, nope, you're a selfish bastard. And of course the film ends there, and I was like, well, that was it. And now, 6 years later, we've got this sequel that's coming out, Ready or Not 2, which I've yet to see at the time of making this video, but I will go and see it and I will review it. So yeah, this is available on Disney Plus now, Ready or Not, so I thought I'd revisit it there. So what did I like? Well, it was an interesting film. I mean, I'd never heard of like a whole sacrificial ritual that involves games of like hide and seek, but there you go. I thought, some of the characters were funny, including her who was in the series Wynonna Earp and Star Trek Strange New Worlds. She was a clumsy cow, her character, and was funny. But yeah, she was funny. Also, I noticed it had Donnie in it from Orphan Black, the guy who played Donnie Chubbs or Donnie Hendricks in the hit sci-fi thriller series Orphan Black. He gave some funny comic stuff as well. We also see Andy McDowell in this, who plays, the groom's mother. And of course Samara Weaving's character, Grace, who is, well, apparently, got itchy back, doesn't have any family, so this is like her way of getting a family. And yeah, she thinks she may have met the one, only to realise that they're all just fucked up. Samara Weaving, I thought, did a great performance as the final girl, as the movie's antagonist. And it makes you think as well, is this family for real? They really think that they're worshipping a demon? Or are they... or is it all a load of crap? In the opening act, we do see it 30 years before, where we see a groom running and he's being sacrificed. That bride grows up to be the sinister-looking ant in the movie. Thirsty. So, yeah, a lot of gore in this one as well. A lot of gore, a lot of brutal violence, a lot of comical kills in there. But this film is about 95 minutes, so it's not a long movie, an hour and a half and 5 minutes. So it's a fairly decent sit through and watch. I mean, I watched this in 2019 in the post-COVID world where I thought, this is a good one. Is there any need for a sequel? I mean, the way the movie ends where she survives and the family are all dead and she like has got it all makes me think, is she now the heir of the whole thing? But we do find out though that this was just the tip of the iceberg, this deadly game of hide and seek, because we now know in the sequel she has to play another game, and this time she does have some family. We actually find she has a sister played by Catherine Newen, which again I will go over when I see Ready or Not 2. Here I come. But we're talking about the first movie now. So yeah, this shows that Samara Weaving's chops, that she's not just a pathetic damsel in distress. She's also a badass and also fights back in what it takes to survive this game of hide and seek. Thinking if she did stay hidden and no one found her, would they have gone nuts? Because they all pick weapons to hunt her down with as well. But of course, in the end, it turns out to not be bullcrap. And the demon they praise, that is supposedly a Satan, we briefly see him in the flames as he nods his head in approval. Yeah, it's a witty, crazy gore fest, but fun film nonetheless. A good hour and a half. Were we wanting a sequel to this? Yeah, it's horror, but the fact that it's took 6 years to make another one and stuff, will we get a third one? Will we get a trilogy out of this? I don't know, but for now we've got 2 movies and I'm talking about the first one, of course. Anything I didn't like? Well, I gotta be honest, on the first viewing I wasn't expecting that. I thought it would be a load of bullshit, but then I thought, nah, something's gotta happen here. And it does. I just weren't expecting the family to all explode like they did in the finale, but there you go. Anyway, ratings, what will I give this one? I'll give Ready or Not. I'll give it... Yeah, it was fun and entertaining. I think I'll give this 3.5 stabs out of 5. 3.5 stabs out of 5, because there were bits of it that were a bit silly, but not too silly. I thought it was... Just turn your brain off to it, really, and don't take it seriously. So there you go. There is my review for Ready or Not, and I'm all caught up and refreshed and recapped for Ready or Not 2. So, have you seen it? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All my social media links are down below in the description, so feel free to check all it out. I've been Random Ross, and this has been a Revolting Review, so until next time, don't have nightmares.